guys, Dylan from lolcoach.academy here. Today we have a really interesting VOD review with a student who is currently ranked Iron, but we're actually reviewing a normal game because he simply has a bit too much anxiety to queue up for ranked right now, and so we're trying to develop his champion pool. And in this VOD review specifically, we're looking at his Jinx gameplay, and there is a lot to work on, as you can see on the screen. The main focus of this VOD review, particularly with first coaching sessions with AD carry players, is the laning phase. If you can't fix your laning phase, there's no point focusing on your team fighting your mid game, your late game. Until you can fix that laning phase, obviously, you know, there's 3 parts to a game and you're going to be playing mid and late game, but your biggest focus should always be on laning phase first, and then working from there, because everything else becomes a lot easier. So I hope you guys enjoy this review. It's a really deep dive into laning phase. As a beginner or as an Iron or Bronze AD carry, you'll definitely find this useful as well. But if you're probably Gold or high, you won't. But anyway, if you guys enjoy these VOD reviews, if you guys like coaching like this and you want to get coaching like this, please check out the links in the description below. You can join my community, you can book a session with me, and yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, I think I missed a step in our discussion. So what I think the best for you as a player right now is you've kind of got 2 choices. You're at a bit of a crossroads where, one, as a player, you can continue to practice a wide variety of champions across multiple roles and take a much slower approach to climbing. But you're going to learn a lot more about the game. You're going to learn how top lane works. You're going to learn how different champions work. Or if you're like, no, I actually really want to climb. Like, I want to get out of Iron. I want to be able to play with my friends and my boyfriend in like Gold or Silver.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay, so we need to narrow your champion pool down. So what we need to do today is decide what's the role you're going to be playing. So are you going to be playing top lane? Are you going to be playing AD carry?
ADC.
Good, AD carry. And then what's our champion pool going to be? Is it just going to be Jinx? That's what I would recommend.
It's going to be Jinx and Misfortune, because sometimes
Excellent.
Jinx can be banned. So it has to be between the 2.
Good, excellent.
If not, then Tristana, but Misfortune's normally never banned, so...
Excellent. Perfect. Okay, good. So then I don't want to review this 0-16 game because it's not in your champion pool, right? So okay. I think this game you just played will probably be great because I think we're only going to get to the first 10 to 15 minutes because there's going to be so much for you to work on.
Okay. So
let's start here and then we'll go to a second game if we need to, but I guarantee you're going to have so much homework to do from this review alone that you're going to have, like, you know, plenty of information. Okay, so how I like to start all these sessions is I kind of test a player's knowledge on matchups. So tell me everything you know about the matchup of Neeko and Jinx versus Varus and Nautilus.
I kind of don't have very much knowledge. I just pick a character. Normally I like to pick last so I see who I'm going against, thinking that I know what I'm doing, but I don't.
Okay, let's start somewhere. Okay, so let's say, what do we know about Jinx? Let's start with Jinx because that's the champion you know. In laning phase, what are Jinx's like strengths and what are her weaknesses?
I know that when she gets a kill, she does get excited.
Yes.
And when she kills towers, she gets excited. She can switch between her Qs to damage all of the minions or just one minion at a time. I know that her W shoots out a line, can also give vision, but also slows the other player.
Yes, good crowd control.
Her E is a stun, and her R is an execute, basically.
Excellent. Now, what are her weaknesses?
That I don't know.
Okay, you mentioned one earlier at the start of the session. You said Jinx takes a while to kind of scale, right? She has a weak laning phase. Yes. So typically weaker laning phase, like when we think about a Varus, so the enemy you're versing, or when we think about Jinx compared to like Misfortune, she's got a weaker laning phase in general. because that's just how the champion's designed. Jinx is a late game hyper scaling AD carry, whereas something like a Misfortune is much more orientated to being an aggressive laning phase champion because her abilities and her champion is designed that way. Okay, cool. So let's go to Varus. So what do you know about Varus? The enemy AD
His
carry.
Q, you can build it up and shoot it. His W slows, is also a big pool and can do damage over time.
Yeah. That's his E, and it's just 1 slow and 1 damage. It's not damage over time.
Oh. And I know that his W, I think, empowers his Q. I'm not sure. I don't fully remember.
Yeah.
I haven't played him in a while.
Yeah, so Varus...
And then his R is a stun.
Yeah. R is a stun that, can spread. Okay, good. So this is good knowledge. You said you don't know much, but you're pretty good here. Okay, let's go with Nico, our support. What do you know about Nico?
I know nothing about Nico.
Okay, what do you know now after playing this game?
I think she can stun. I don't know her moves by heart. I know that she can stun. She can, with her ult, pick up people and drop them down and do like a ton of damage. She can turn into other minions or wards or red buff or rocks or anything she's in nearby of other enemies as well to fool the other laners.
Yep. Good.
That's basically it that I know.
Excellent. That's enough you need to know. That's all you need to know. So that's good. Awesome. Now, what do we know about Nautilus?
His Q is a hook. His W is a slow. His E is a shield. And his R is a knockup.
Yeah. His W is the shield, but yeah, I know what you mean. Is the slow. It doesn't matter. It's just semantics. Yep. And his R is AoE knockup.
Because I used to, when my boyfriend wanted his ADC, I used to play Nautilus, so I know how he works.
Nice. Okay, that's great. Now, looking at this matchup in terms of a 2v2. So let's look at this in terms of a 2v2. Just looking now at these lists, who do you think is stronger? Is it Varus and Nautilus, or is it Jinx and Nico?
I feel like it would be Varus and Nautilus because they're stronger first or early game.
Yes, correct. Correct. Now, let's get a tiny bit more specific. Why are Varus and Nautilus stronger in the early game compared to Jinx, Nico?
I feel like it's because of their farming or because of Nautilus's Q.
Yep. It's because of their abilities.
Okay, yeah.
So if we do like a pound for pound assessment of Jinx's Q versus Varus's Q. Your Q changes your gun mode. It changes to AoE damage and it changes the range. Varus has a poke Q that does instant damage straight away. So already that's a lot easier to hit than, let's say, your one, which is auto attack based. So you kind of look at it like that. The other thing is Nautilus's Q is really, really strong in laning phase. That's how you're probably going to die every single time in this laning phase. It's going to be Nautilus engaging with his hook. So that's really all you need to know is Varus is stronger than my Jinx, and then Nautilus is probably stronger than Nico. These two are more even, but Varus is definitely stronger on paper than Jinx. So this is why a 2v2 matchup's important, because once you do this, you can then go, okay, well, in my experience and based on my knowledge of champions, how am I going to die in this lane? That's what you should be thinking about. How can I possibly die in this lane? And it's always or almost always going to be because Nautilus hits a hook.
True. Also with Blitzcrank as well. Same thing.
Yes, exactly. Any engage. Thresh, Nautilus, yeah, exactly. Blitzcrank. And the same as Nico. If Nico hits her stun, that's how the enemy Varus is going to die. So all of a sudden now we've got a little bit of a strategy of what we look out for. So, oh shit, we've really got to dodge the Nord Hook. Because as long as we dodge the Nord Hook, we're probably going to survive. Now, I don't want to go too much more in depth into the 2v2 matchup because you've got a pretty good understanding now. Basically, the TLDR is Nautilus and Varus win the 2v2. Now, what does that mean for you as a AD carry in bot lane?
That I'm probably gonna lose lane pretty quickly.
Yes. Yep. Like, that's a bit pessimistic, but I think that's a valid assessment. What should we then focus on for the first 15 minutes of the game? So if we think we're going to lose, yeah, farming. What else?
And just poking.
Yep. And what we call playing safe. Now, playing safe is a very general term, but what do you think when I say playing safe? What comes to your mind?
Like dodging the abilities.
Okay. Good. Anything else? There's a lot in the playing safe realm.
Also, not like going so close to their tower where jungle can gank.
Do you know what that's called? That's called wave management.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because if we don't push the wave into the enemy turret, then we don't have to be in that danger zone, right?
Right.
Awesome. What else do you know about playing safe? Or that comes to mind when playing safe, when playing AD carry?
Most times I was told if I'm losing lane, like play close to my tower. So I'm more safe.
Yep. Yep. Yep, that's under wave management, I would say. Awesome. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Cool.
Still learning.
No, dude, sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions. It's one, to test your knowledge, but it's also to challenge you in thinking before I give you the answer. So I hope I'm not coming across aggressive. I'm just really wanting to understand your limits, and
I'm learning.
Okay, good.
This
Excellent.
is great.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I always get so carried away, and then I'm like, oh shit, does this person just think I'm being really mean? Excellent. Okay, cool. So the next one, I call this tethering. Now, what tethering is your position in relation to your support. So when we think about tethering, I'll go a little bit further ahead here so we can get a real game example. Let's go forward a bit. Awesome. Okay, cool. So, when we think of tethering, I want you to imagine a rope between you and your ally support. And you guys always want to be facing the enemy together in a line, basically.
Okay.
So, in this situation, as an example, Nico is really far up and you're really far back. With this principle in mind, you should actually be up here. Now, why do I think you should be up here in this specific example, what we're looking at now?
Because Nautilus is looking to hook.
Yeah, what else?
And Varus can also Q from that angle and only hit Nico.
Yes, and what does you being up here mean if they hit Nico?
They have to choose between both of us.
Yes, and you're also protected by these minions, right? Because Nautilus can't hook you.
Correct.
And you're also
Correct.
protecting your support. So, regardless of how much we hate our support or we think they're a bad player, we always want to stand in solidarity with them in a parallel line where it's safe to do so. So if this Nico is up here, as an example, and Varus are here and here, you're not going to come up here in this specific situation with these health bars, because this is a death wish. The Nico is what we call like inting or playing too aggressive, and you just can't follow that. But in this situation, Nico's actually not in a bad position at all. She's actually in a good position, and you're the one who is out of position. And that's why we want to be up here.
Okay.
Because in bot lane, a lot of AD carries think an AD carry is the one who wins or loses laning phase, but it's actually the support. The support has what we call agency. And the support has way more agency than the AD carry. Why do you think the support has more control and determination over the laning phase in bot lane?
Because she's supposed to keep them off so one of us can farm. Either AD carry.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. And how do they do that?
By stepping up in front of their face, basically. Not inting, but, you know, saying, here I am, like, look at me.
Yeah. Using their abilities and, like, pushing the enemy off.
Yep.
Because what that does is when you have a support who's attacking Varus and Nautilus, all of a sudden their brain is like, oh shit, this Nico is attacking me, and they forget about last hitting. Or they forget about attacking you. And so it's really the support that determines the laning phase of bot lane. And it doesn't mean just because your support went 0-4, you go 0-4 as well. But more think of it like, if my support's playing really aggressive and it's good aggression. So as an example, this is over aggression, this is bad aggression. But up here, this is good aggression. This is good. If we're up here with them, this is good aggression. So, the support, look at the support in terms of good, bad, and aggression versus passiveness. Sometimes we like a passive support. Like if you're playing with a Sona, they're going to be a lot more passive than, let's say, a Nautilus. But other times, you know, if you're with a Thresh or a Rel, they're going to be really aggressive. And so the AD carry... Yeah. And so the AD carry's job is to match what the support wants to do. We're reasonable and we're safe. And that makes sense for you as an AD carry. So again, we'll use this example. This is not what you want to do. If Nico's up there, we don't want to be there. But if Nico's here, we match what our support is trying to do, because two of us doing one thing together has a much higher success than her just trying to poke these two people.
Right.
Awesome. So that's basically all you need to know about tethering. Always be parallel or near parallel to your support unless they're too aggressive. That is all you need to know. That is the too long didn't read Reddit post. Be parallel to your support if it's safe to do so. Here's a good example. Questions before we move on to that?
None.
Excellent. Okay, good. That's a really important concept. And what I want you to focus on is you want to basically be 100% of your laning phase, you're in the correct position in relation to your support, in relation to the enemy. So you can even think of this like a square. You want to be 100% of the time in laning phase, you want to be positioned correctly.
Okay.
So for example, if we're here for 60 seconds out of the first 10 minutes, we're in a correct position. That means for 90% of the game, we're in the correct position, but for 10% we're incorrect. We want to get it to 100%, where we are always in the right place at the right time. It stops your support from dying, it stops you from dying, and it makes sure you can bully these guys and fight back.
Got it.
Excellent. Okay, so... Awesome. All right, so what should we do in this situation, do you think?
I was thinking run.
Good.
But I kind of didn't. You'll see.
And
but I was thinking run, but I wasn't sure.
Okay. Why were you thinking run, and then why didn't you run?
I was thinking run because what if somebody else is with him?
Yep.
But then I waited till he showed up and saw nobody with him, so I was like, I'll just give him a little bit of poke, get him a little low.
Yep.
So
okay.
I was thinking two different options.
Okay. Not bad. I like that. So that's good thinking. You were thinking, firstly, is there follow-up? Secondly, you know, can I trade back? Good. Okay. Whose health bar is more important? Yours or the enemy support?
He has more.
Yes, but whose is more important to you? Your health
Mine.
bar or his? Yes.
Mine.
Yes. So do we want to trade our health bar for Nautilus's health bar if we can't kill him?
No.
No, exactly. So we never want this trade, regardless of if Nautilus is on his own or not. We never want this trade. So we always just want to run here. Simple as that. Never do this again in a hook matchup particularly. If this is a Sona, maybe, because she doesn't have any form of crowd control to attack you or to stop you. But with a Nautilus...
Sarah.
Yeah. But with a Nautilus, remember how we said the only way you're going to die or lose a trade is him hitting his hook. That's going to be 90%. Yeah. And the good thing is you do fight him off, but now we overchase and then we get hooked. And remember,
we did.
The hook is where we're going to die or lose a lot of our health.
Yep.
And then we have to flash to not lose our health. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I won't go too more into that. You now just know, don't fight a Nautilus or a heavy engaged champion in a situation like that.
Right.
Excellent. Cool. Good. I love this. Okay. As a bot lane, should we help our jungler leash or should we be in lane? Okay.
No, we always help leash.
Why?
Because it gives them prio a little bit.
What do we lose though?
We don't lose anything.
You don't lose prio?
I mean, we kind of do, but so does their bot lane. But also, we're letting it so the minions get them low, so when we get back to lane, we can just insta-kill and get RCS. I think.
Okay. What if...
I don't fully know what leash does. I just know I was taught by my boyfriend to help jungler leash.
This is great. Good. So, in short, leashing used to be a thing. It now isn't anymore, and I will tell you now why. What happens if the enemy bot lane doesn't leash their jungler and they instantly get in lane first?
They're ahead of me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and how can we prevent them doing that?
By not leashing ourselves.
Yes, exactly. So the meta in bot lane is the value of leashing the jungler. Jungle is so safe and healthy right now that junglers don't need a leash to do their clear. The reason why bot lane used to leash the jungler is because one, jungle was a little bit harder to do, and two, people were just really unaware of how important priority, that's the word you used, how important priority is in bot lane. Because in bot lane, the level 2, whoever gets level 2 first can win or lose lane.
That's what my boyfriend always says. He goes, "We're level 2, we can go in, and then we normally get the kill." So yeah, I get it.
Exactly. So
that I do get.
Yes. So we always. Oh, that's terrible. Level 2.
It's fine. My handwriting's not any better.
We always want level 2 first because we have that massive advantage on the enemy where they're still level 1 and we're level 2. Awesome. So we're never leashing again, and that's why. If your jungler pings you for a leash, you ignore it. If your support leashes, that's fine. But ideally, you and your support should be in this bush. Or in this bush.
Okay.
And you should have a ward
I'm normally
here.
in that bush.
Yeah.
The one you just put next in. I'm normally in that bush, and I ward the bush ahead of it.
Good. So out of when the game starts, 0 minutes, we run. We run straight up our lane. Straight
to
like
the bush.
Straight like this, not like this. Not like this.
No.
We run straight, hug this wall, get into this bush, and then if we're versing a scary hook champ, we ward here. And all of a sudden, we've set up excellent priority for our lane.
Okay.
To get level 2 first, or to deny the enemy getting level 2 first. So when we're actually the weaker matchup, let's use an extreme here. Let's say we're Jinx Sona. Jinx Sona still want to get level 2 first, but they probably can't do anything with it against Nautilus Varus, just because of how strong Nautilus and Varus are compared to Jinx Sona. So if a Jinx and Sona got level 2 first, you'd only be wanting to do that so you deny the enemy getting level 2 on you. Because if they get level 2 on a Jinx Sona, you guys are screwed. So we want to try and find that perfect balance of pushing the limit to try and get a level 2 as close as possible to the enemy when we're the weaker 2. And then if we're the more aggressive 2, let's say you're Misfortune and Nautilus, you want to get the level 2 and then take advantage of that level 2. Excellent. What could we die to here right now?
To a Nautilus hook.
Yeah, do you know Nautilus and Varus aren't in here or here?
I didn't at the time, no.
No, because they could have done...
I didn't ward.
Yeah, and because...
And I was leashing.
Yeah, and they could have done what I just told you to do and what you now know to do. They could have done this. And now they could be in this bush. They could even be in this bush because you've got no vision. Now, I'm sure they're not, but these are the fundamentals of AD carry and bot lane that we need to do every single game. Cool. So based on this, are you going to get level 2 first?
No.
Why not?
Well, actually, yes.
Yes. Why?
Because Varus isn't there.
Yeah. Exactly. So you guys are going to get level 2 first because you're killing minions faster than they are. Excellent. Okay. We're going to get level 2 first. Now, are you going to do anything with this level 2? That's the next question. You're about to hit level 2.
It all depended on what the Nico was going to do.
Okay. Good. How can we help influence what the Nico's going to do?
Staying in parallel with her?
Nah, we talked about it.
I don't.
We talked about it. Think communication. I'm going to say communication. That's all.
Ping.
Yes. If we want to go in on the level 2 and we're not on voice comms with the Nico, how do we tell them that we want to go in on the level 2?
Engage the enemy.
Yes, exactly. Awesome. So, if we know we're going to hit level 2 first, and we want the engage, so we've got a champion that has a really strong level 2, we communicate to them that we want to do it, we see if they respond, and then you guys walk up together. Like this perfect line you have, you guys walk up together, and we attack the Varus or the Nautilus. Excellent. You've got a script now, right? For level 2.
Right.
Good. That should be repeated every single bot lane game you have. That's script. You've got a script for the first 2 minutes of the game. Now, I don't want to overwhelm you, but this is why I knew we were only going to spend we weren't going to get through an entire game. What do you know about jungle and in terms of how a jungle clears their camps?
So, as I jungle, I do Warwick. But when I jungle, I normally try to steal their top red and then their rocks. And then I go my top lane blue. And then I go my bot lane red. And then I just clear all the camps after that.
Okay,
but
that's a great
It all
strategy.
depends on what the jungler wants to do.
Yes, yes. So, with Master Yi, what do we think he wants to do in this situation?
He's just going to his raptors to clear them.
Yeah, and where's he pathing? Is he going to come gank you, or do you think he's going to go up this way?
He's going to go up top lane.
Yes, exactly. So, what do you know about the enemy jungler, based in this current game?
Seeing how Varus and Nautilus were not there, he's probably also going top lane.
Excellent. What does that mean for your lane?
That we have no gank, but we can kill if we need to.
Yes, Exactly. Now, do you think about that in your games?
Not always.
Okay, let's think about that always. So now we've got this really good opening. We consistently can give ourselves a really good chance of hitting level 2. We will never die to a hook here or a hook here. And then we know how to track the enemy jungler. And then we know how to play our lane because we've tracked the enemy jungler. When do you think the enemy will be a threat in bot lane? Let's give a time. Let's see how good you are with your timers. Typically, let's say the jungler does a standard clear. They go bot to top, they gank or gank, and then they take scuttle, then they recall.
So I'd say around 15 minutes probably.
15 minutes?
That or 10 minutes. Shouldn't normally take that long, but I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't played Yi in a long time. I don't know how fast it clears, but I know with Warwick, I'm back in bot lane at like 9-10 minutes.
Okay. So, the typical jungler will do a clear at around 3:30. Let's say they're going bot to top, and they will get to the scuttle around the 3-minute 30 mark. So, it's 2 minutes 13 now. At about the 3:30 mark, the Yi will be here. Let's even have a look. Cool. So I'm pretty close. I'm a couple seconds off, but look where the Nocturne and the Yi are. They're both top side and they're both around this area. Okay. So do we still think it's going to take them 10 minutes before they get back to bot lane? Like they're going to be in 7 minutes, they're going to be bot lane?
No.
When do we think they're probably going to be bot lane? Let's give a time range.
5 to 6 minutes, maybe 7.
Yeah, I think that's a really good. This is a pretty good benchmark, give or take 30 seconds. Excellent. So now we know we can play pretty carefree for the first 4 to 5 minutes of the game without worrying about the jungler. But around the 4-minute 30 to 5-minute mark, we need to go, oh shit, enemy jungler could be bot side. Oh shit, where's my wave? So in this example, you guys are fine, right? Because the wave's pushing in. Nocturne can't gank you like this, as an example. And I know we're at 3 minutes 30 and Nocturne's top, but let's say this is 5 minutes 30 and Nocturne's bot side. If he ganks you here, you're not in that much danger. You just walk back to your turret, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's why jungle tracking is important. That's really all you need to know about jungle tracking. I would say, for you right now, to not get you overwhelmed. Cool, so we hit level 2 first. We don't do anything with it. We know now that we always want to do something with our level 2, particularly when we get level 2 really early before the enemy. Good. Here's an example. Look at this. This is the tethering, right? We want to be up here because Nico just hit her stun.
Right, and I could have gotten an attack off.
Yeah, you could have got multiple attacks off.
But I was playing it safe.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah. Cool. And we know why you want to be up here, right? It's a really good opportunity. Good. And we know we're not actually in danger, right?
No, because I have almost full health.
Yeah. And you could stand here, and if Nautilus tries to hook, well, he's going to hook this minion.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Excellent. Cool. And now because you didn't walk up with Nico, you guys have lost what we call priority. Nautilus has gained priority in the lane by walking into this bush. And priority...
I see that now.
Yeah, and priority basically means control over the wave. We always want to control the wave. We always want to control the wave because then we get to choose where it's going. It's either coming back to us, it's pushing into them, it's staying neutral. When we lose control, all of a sudden now we're victims. We basically have to just play however the Varus Nautilus want us to play. And now look how far you guys have to sit back. You guys are so worried about this Nautilus.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. The next thing. What do you think this is too far back?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. We should be up here. If we're scared of Nautilus being here, what can we do? Besides being up aggressive with our Nico at the right time.
Ward it.
Yes. Good, good, good. We ward this, right? Because that's how we get back priority. Or we at least neutralize the threat so we can get priority. Good. Okay. Excellent.
I'm not sure if I did ward it. I might have. No, I didn't. Never mind.
No, because you're too worried. And now you're losing XP.
Yep.
We're losing XP. We're losing the ability to farm. Excellent. And Nautilus just hooked, so you should be really safe. You should go up now. Because Nautilus...
Yeah, I still stayed back for some reason. Because I saw him hook, but I still was worried. But I shouldn't have been.
Yeah. Good, good, good. We're learning. Excellent. And
I tried, because I saw him in the bush. I tried to W, but I missed him.
Yep. Okay. Whoa. Okay, yep. That's fine. Cool. Cool. Now, why are we auto-attacking this? What are we trying to do here?
I don't know. I don't know what I was doing.
Good. We don't want to be in an I don't know phase. We don't want to be in an IDK. We always want to we always want to be intentional. And if we're not intentional and we don't know what to do, don't attack the minion. Just stay here and last hit. If you're unsure, last hit and let them push. Why would I want you to just last hit if you're unsure and let them push?
Because I guess we're trying to take control back.
Yep.
In a way.
Yep, I think so. But in this matchup, I did talk about control, but in this matchup, it is actually quite hard for you guys to gain true control over this lane. And we know we're worried about Nautilus being a hook champion. So if I split the lane into, let's say, 3 segments, this is segment 1, this is segment 2, and this is segment 3. Now, just imagine these are all even. Where do you think you want the wave to be in this specific 2v2 matchup?
In the middle.
Yeah? Anywhere else?
Kinda, yeah, in the middle or kinda back by my tower.
Yes. And
because
why is
I know
that?
they're stronger than me.
Excellent, excellent. And if Nautilus hooks you here, well, he's going to get attacked by the turret, right?
Right.
Excellent. So we're safe. We're safe. So we now know in a matchup where we are not the stronger 2v2, what we want is we want a neutral wave state. A neutral wave state is where the wave's here, or we want a wave here, or we want this wave pushing into this zone, the neutral or under your turret. So now you've got a really good game plan. Don't get hooked by Nautilus, track the enemy jungler, try and get level 2 first, and always be manipulating the wave to be pushing into you or neutral in this zone.
Right.
And now you're not going to be like, I don't know what to do. You've now got a mission. How do I get this wave pushing in? How do I get this wave back to neutral? Now, do you know how in this specific example?
You just let them kill our minions and let our next wave come in and let it push back.
Excellent. You make sure they're doing more damage to your minions than you are to theirs. Perfect. Exactly. Now, what's something you know about, I would say, Iron and lower elos? Do you think the Varus is thinking about wave management?
No.
No. Because what do you think if he was thinking about wave management, he'd be doing with this wave?
He would be pushing it hard.
Or he'd want to do the opposite of what you want the wave to do, right?
Oh, yeah.
he'd want you two to be overextended. He'd want you guys to be up here. Because remember how scary this was? Let's go forward a bit. Scary, right? Look how far you're back. You're scared. You're super scared. Look at the wave state. It's up in the danger zone. So you naturally have the instinct of this is scary, but now you've got the knowledge and potentially the power to make sure that you don't get in this scary wave state. And you only got in this scary wave state because you were in an I don't know state of mind. You didn't know what you wanted to do. But now we know what to do. So we should not get in this stage that often. Because you're basically, you're cheating. Varys doesn't know what the fuck to do with his wave, but now you do. So all of a sudden, it's not Varys manipulating the wave and you manipulating the wave. It's you knowing exactly what Varys is going to do. Mindlessly auto-attack. Because that's what you used to do. Just auto-attack the wave. If I don't know, I'm just going to auto-attack the wave and push. But you actually love that. You love that as a Jinx. You want that. So you are like, awesome, I'm basically mind controlling the Varys to do exactly what I want in this lane. And as you become a better AD carry, we're going to get way more complex with these kind of concepts. But for now, until like gold, that's how you need to think about wave management and manipulation of the wave. It gets a little more complicated, but you do not need to know anything more than basically that crash course. Any questions on that so far?
No.
Good, cool. Do you think you can now actively manage the wave a bit better?
Yes.
Good, good, good.
I think I won't be too scared as now.
Yes.
Than I was.
Yes, good, good, good. Cool. Awesome. So imagine if we watered this bush. Nico would never get hooked here, right?
Right.
Yep. Cool. What did you do well here, though? You did something really well besides not warding? Like, sorry, that was the bad thing.
I W'd.
Yeah.
To give some vision.
Why could you W here, though?
Because I knew he walked in there.
Yeah, and you were up in line with your support, right? You were in the right spot.
I was.
You weren't back here. You weren't back here. You weren't back here. You were up parallel to your support. So if Nautilus hooks Nico, you can fight back. You can be like, fuck off, Naut. I'm going to hit you back for that and punish him. Every time the Nautilus makes an action, you should try and punish that action if you can. And we can't punish the action back here. We basically got to slap him on the wrist and be like, no, like, don't do that. Or if you do that, you're going to get attacked. You're going to lose your health. Because one, that means you're fighting back and you're getting a bit of control over the lane. But you're also now in the Nautilus's head. Fuck, the next time I hook, this Jinx is going to attack the shit out of me. And so then they double guess. They start thinking, oh crap, should I actually hook now? And so you start to control the aggression and really make Nautilus think. Cool. Why do we probably not need a ghost here?
Because he didn't have hook.
Yes, good, good, good. You panicked because you don't know. You're probably maybe too overwhelmed by the Nico getting hooked. You just ghost out of like panic. Yeah, good.
I was also afraid because I got slowed by the Varys. I was like,
Yeah.
And I also wasn't sure because I know that Nautilus as support, if he hits a minion or hits an enemy, he can stun them for like a second. Or 2 seconds,
he's got a mini stun.
So I didn't know if he was gonna do that either. So I just ghosted.
Yes. Cool. What's a way we can make sure? So actually, I'm trying to think.
Just watch what happens. I guess watch what happens to the Nico, and then say, look, now he has no Q, no W, no nothing. Like I can just run.
Yes. And what about positioning? Do we want a Nautilus to ever get within auto attack range of us when he doesn't have his Q?
Mm, I think it's okay because he doesn't have it. Well, no, because he can stun us.
Yes, no. So how do we prevent him from getting within range to auto-attack you?
Staying behind a minion.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have his
staying
Q.
behind Nico.
Yeah, or let's think about in relation to Nautilus. So he's trying to auto-attack you. He doesn't have Q.
I guess behind him?
You want to keep space. You want to have space where you can attack him, he cannot attack you.
Okay.
So as long as you're not in auto-attack range of Nautilus, we're positioning relative to him. So basically, you want an imaginary tether between you and Nautilus, where the length is always your auto-attack range, and it's never his auto-attack range.
Okay, that comes in with what my boyfriend says. He says to press A, and then see that circle around me, and try and stay a little bit out of it.
Exactly.
So that he does it, so that I'm in range of him, but he's not in range of me.
Exactly, because you're ranged. You have the most OP advantage in the game against a melee. You can attack him, he cannot attack you.
Right.
But what you do here is you remove why you're so overpowered. Look. Nico's running. Why are you not running? Nautilus is coming for you.
Yep. I wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, I'll get one more attack off on him, and then I should have ran as well.
Yeah, so it's reaction time.
Yep.
And then it's positioning.
That's kind of what happened to me in my 0-16 game. I was mostly just not reacting in time.
Yeah.
And I was just getting attacked and killed because I was like, oh, well, I'll get one more attack off, and then I'm instantly dead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my reaction time is a little slow, so I need to speed it up.
Yep, and because you're also thinking of the game 1 to, I would say, 2 seconds ahead. So you're thinking in the future 1 to 2 seconds. What you should be thinking about is like 5 to 30 seconds. So you should actually be thinking, oh fuck, okay, Nico's running, oh shit, I'm running. Because you're thinking in 5 seconds, Nautilus is going to be within range of me to auto-attack.
The moment she turns around, I should turn around.
Yeah, so how the hell did Nico get behind you? She just got hooked here. So she's already run past you, and your reaction time is so slow that you're still attacking the Nautilus.
Yeah.
So I
need to work on that.
Yeah, the trade window is over, and you now need to run. And then we never have to use Ghost here. Cool. Excellent. Do we like this wave position? Are we happy with this? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes. So
because it gives the jungler a chance to gank if he wants to, if he was close by. But obviously he's not. We know he's top lane.
Yep, but it's also
but
safe,
if he was
right?
bot lane.
It's also safe from the enemy, right? The nearby enemy. Yeah. So what should we do to this wave in this specific scenario if we love this wave position?
I guess try and poke them out of the bush? I don't know.
Let's think just about the wave. Don't think about the enemy too much. Let's assume the enemy's here and here for this example. What do we want to do with the wave? The minions.
Keep letting it push, but only last hit.
Yes.
So it's slower.
Exactly. We want the minions and the enemy to do more damage to our minion wave than we are to theirs. Simple as that. So as long as you're doing that, and it's usually you just last hit. Excellent. Good. What are you doing? You're not doing that, are you?
No.
No. But now we know.
Pushing.
But now you know.
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
Good. And reaction time again. You could have got... So your immediate reaction when Nautilus hooks, you should be trading crowd control for crowd control. Think of it like that. So if Nautilus hooks Nico and you're level 3, your combo should be... You should E here straight away, W, and then start auto attacking. So
Okay.
E W A A or E A A W, but never AA first. You can W first, but E is the best because you create a line of traps he cannot walk through.
He has to go around them, yeah.
Yeah, and so you get more AA time, you get more auto attacks in, more damage, and you punish.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
You punish the fuck out of him for hooking because we always want to punish the Nautilus for taking an aggressive action. So he stops doing that. Also, he gets in trouble for doing it. He gets punished. But what do? Watch what you do. You auto attack.
Start auto attacking.
And then you E, but Nautilus, again, he's already running out of the range.
Right, so there's no point in him coming back because he already got what he wanted.
Yeah, he got exactly what he wanted. Yeah, good. So that's abilities and combos in relation to what the enemy's doing. Isn't it interesting how... Do you remember one of the things I said at the start of this 2v2 matchup? All you need to think about?
Is stay out of range.
Hook range, right?
Yep.
How have you and Nico gotten to this low health?
Because we both got hooked.
Yes, exactly.
We're in hook range.
And that's how simple a 2v2 matchup analysis can be. Nort has hook, I stay the fuck out of that range. Like, if I never get hit by the hook. Your mission for the first 15 minutes of the game is never get hit.
My boyfriend always also says, if you see Nod on one side, stay on the opposite side so that you're not. But I don't always do that, and I'm still trying to do that, but it's a little harder.
Oh, dude, it's such a complicated game. Like, there's so much to go. Like, we've gotten... Look how long we've done. We've done 3 minutes, 50 seconds, and we've spent like 40 minutes just going through this. That's how crazy League is. There is so much for you to think about as a new player. So you're doing really, really well. And you're picking up everything I'm telling you as I say it or as I ask it. So you understand it all. It's just you're a new player and you're overwhelmed with the information.
I'm understanding.
Yeah, but now you're understanding.
I know Nautilus now. I know how his Q works, and I know, I can get hooked.
Yeah.
And that's how low of health I can get.
Yeah, yeah. And now all of a sudden we have to recall. Do we actually want to recall here?
No, because they can push.
Yeah. So now we've basically... The enemy team has forced you guys to recall, which is exactly what they want. They either want to kill you or make you recall, so you lose plates and you lose XP and you lose gold.
Right.
Yeah. So they've completed one of their objectives. It's not the best objective. They want to kill. Objective number 1 is they want to kill. The second is make you recall when you don't want to recall. So they've achieved their secondary objective. They didn't get the first one. This is the best one for them. So you denied them that, which is good, but we weren't able to deny this one. All because we
would have just stayed. I mean, I was planning on staying, but then I was like, but then he gets the kill, so what's the point?
Exactly.
And now, if you look at Varus, he's holding the wave and only last hitting, so I'm losing minions.
Yeah. But how do we prevent ourselves from ever having to recall there in the first place? Think 30 seconds.
Getting hit,
yes.
Not getting hit by Nautilus's hook and staying out of the range.
Yes, exactly. So the recall, you had to do this recall. That is the correct play, but it's only the correct play because you got hit by the hook. If you don't get hit by the hook, you do not recall that.
I would have had half health.
Yeah, you would have been fine. Yes, exactly. Good. Good. And now, look, Yee's bot side. No! And we're back here. So it's like, oh, we've got this perfect opportunity to gank. What a shame.
Now he's going back to his jungle, jungle.
What a shame. We've missed the gank timer. And remember, you guessed it. 5 minutes to 6 minutes?
Yeah, I said about 5 minutes.
I said give or take 30 seconds. So 4 minutes 30 to 6:30. You were like, look at that. We just predicted the entire jungle path. And Nocturne...
I didn't know he clears that fast.
Yeah, and Nocturne will probably be somewhere here as well. There, right there. So that's why jungle tracking is really strong. We can predict with like 90% accuracy where this Nocturne's going to be.
And now, if I push up, if let's say I'm there and I push up,
Yeah.
it's giving Nocturne the chance to gank me.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because I didn't give Yi the chance to gank, I'm giving Nocturne now the chance to kill.
Excellent. Yes. All right. We've gone over time, but that was really good. I want to quickly wrap up with what you learned and then focus points. Awesome. So, in your own words, what did we learn today in this game review?
To watch my footing, stay parallel with my support, focus on the timer and where jungle is, don't push too far if it's jungle time in bot lane. Always have priority over a bush with wards.
Yes. Yes. What else?
And my QEW when Nautilus hooks like my support, like let's say I have to, well he hooked, now I have to Q, then W, then auto attack or something like that, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah. Always follow up with your crowd control. Yeah. As a Jinx, you want to follow your crowd control either when the enemy engages on you guys or the Nico engages on them. Because if the Nico gets a stun, then you can hit your stun with your chompers, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we always want to react with our crowd control as Jinx. Almost always, unless we're being really aggressive, then we sometimes want to WE. But generally, we want, if the Nautilus hooks, we instantly throw out our CC to catch him. Good. What else did you learn?
My timer on my reaction time, that's what it's called.
Yep.
Like knowing, you know, oh, if she's running, I gotta run. Like it's time.
Yeah. Good. What else?
Let's see.
Missing
like having prio over lane.
Yeah. Yeah. Think about control over the wave and think about where you want the wave to be. Think about those 3 quadrants, remember? 1, 2, 3. And think about which ones you want. Sometimes it might only be 1. Sometimes it's 2. Sometimes it's 3. You know, it really depends. But generally, if you're playing Jinx, it's almost neutral or under your turret. Or a mix in between.
If Nico's going to roam, then I want to be in that 1 position because I don't want... You know, let's say Nautilus isn't roaming. I don't want them both to be able to gank me.
Yeah, good. Depending on the matchup and situation. Good.
Yep.
Good. Excellent. There's one more. There's a couple more that you're missing. One really at the start of the...
Don't leash. No
yeah,
leash.
Good. Why?
Because they made it easier for the jungle.
Yeah.
And we lose priority of the lane.
Yes, exactly. Excellent. And then what were the 2 mini games I told you to try and play with your boyfriend or your friend?
Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Like dodging skill hooks.
Yes.
Or skill shots.
Yeah. Excellent. Cool. So, next steps. Play Jinx, play Jinx MF, AD carry, practice dodgeball plus skill shots, focus on key learnings. Excellent. So now, do you feel confident this is enough for like homework for you to go away and really practice on?
My friends are playing right now, so I think they have space for me. So I'm gonna tell them I now have some homework that I need to work on.